For the first time, I let Sammy lick away the salty tears on my cheeks. Then what had to happen happened. Sammy wrapped his arms around me. As if afraid that I would disappear into the darkness, we merged together to dispel the extreme loneliness and erase the cold and lonely night here. Hey everyone! Welcome to my little corner of the internet. Today, I want to share a story that's incredibly personal and close to my heart. It's about an unexpected friendship that changed my life in ways I never imagined. So if you've ever felt a special connection with an animal or found peace in nature, I think you'll relate to this. Let's dive in. My name is Laura, and I live in a small cabin at the edge of a sprawling rainforest. It's a place where nature speaks in whispers, and every day is a new adventure. I moved here seeking peace and a break from the hectic pace of city life. My husband, Michael, is a scientist whose work often takes him far away, leaving me to embrace the solitude of our home. Michael's passion for his work is inspiring, and I admire his dedication. But his frequent absences leave a void, a silence that's sometimes hard to fill. I try to stay busy, immersing myself in writing and sketching, capturing the beauty that surrounds me. Yet, there are moments when the loneliness creeps in, and I find myself yearning for connection. That's when Sammy came into my life. I found him injured near the edge of the reserve, a young chimpanzee with eyes full of curiosity and spirit. Nursing him back to health was a challenge, but it was also the beginning of a bond one never expected. Sammy quickly became more than just a companion. He was a friend who filled my days with laughter and joy. His playful antics and keen intelligence brought a lightness to my heart that I hadn't felt in a long time. We explored the forest together, each discovery a shared delight. I started talking to Sammy, sharing my thoughts and feelings as if he understood every word. In many ways, it seemed like he did. His responses, though silent, spoke volumes: a gentle touch, a knowing look, a shared moment of understanding. It was as if he could sense the emotions I tried so hard to hide. But as much as I cherished our bond, I couldn't shake the feeling of isolation. The whispers of neighbors reached my ears, their judgment clear in their words and glances. They couldn't understand why I spent so much time with Sammy, why he meant so much to me. Their lack of understanding fueled my own doubts, making me question the boundaries of our relationship. One evening, overwhelmed by a wave of loneliness, I found myself seeking comfort in Sammy's embrace. I sat in the living room, the pale yellow light covering everything in a warm but lonely light. This year's wedding anniversary had no flowers, no candlelit dinner, just me and a bottle of wine. Each sip of wine was like a stream of memories, bringing me back to the happy days with my husband. Sammy sat next to me, his dark eyes full of understanding. I started talking to him, as if I were talking to an old friend. The words flowed out, mixed with laughter and tears, and I felt lighter than ever. In the days of alcohol, I felt a strange connection with Sammy. It wasn't just the bond between a human and an animal, but something deeper. I leaned my head against Sammy, feeling his warmth, and in that moment I felt protected, understood. I bent down, hugging Sammy tightly. For the first time, I let Sammy lick away the salty tears on my cheeks. Then what had to happen happened. Sammy wrapped his arms around me. As if afraid that I would disappear into the darkness, we merged together to dispel the extreme loneliness and erase the cold and lonely night here. When the first rays of light crept through the crack of the door, I woke up with a start. I found myself curled up next to Sammy, my hands still entwined in his soft fur. The warmth of his body made me not want to leave. A feeling of guilt welled up inside me. This was the first time she had let anyone other than Michael touch her bare skin. My fingers unconsciously stroked Sammy's neck, and he purred softly in delight. I smiled involuntarily, a smile I hadn't seen in a long time. Sammy looked at me with his clear black eyes, no judgment, only sympathy and protection. "We shouldn't," I whispered, but still didn't move away from Sammy's warm embrace. Maybe this was wrong, but why did it feel so right? Thanks for sticking with me so far. It's amazing how animals can touch our lives in such profound ways, isn't it? Have you ever had a bond with a pet that helped you through a tough time? I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Now let's get back to what happened next in my journey with Sammy. Determined to understand my emotions, I sought the guidance of a therapist. It was a difficult decision, but I knew I needed help to unravel the complex feelings I had been avoiding. Through our sessions, I began to explore the roots of my loneliness, and the impact of Michael's absence on my life. I learned to embrace the nuances of my emotions, acknowledging the profound bond one shared with Sammy while setting healthy boundaries. I realized that while Sammy was an invaluable part of my life, he couldn't replace the connection I craved with Michael. With time and introspection, I found new ways to nurture my relationship with Michael, even from afar. We began exchanging letters and video calls, sharing our experiences and dreams for the future. Though distance separated us physically, our love remained a constant source of strength and support. Sammy, ever the loyal companion, remained by my side, his presence a comforting reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the healing power of nature. Together, we continued to explore the wilderness, discovering new wonders and forging memories that would last a lifetime. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, but it's taught me so much about love, connection, and the importance of understanding ourselves. Have you ever faced a similar challenge in your life? How did you overcome it? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I hope my story inspires you to cherish the connections that matter most in your life. Until next time, take care and remember to find joy in the simple moments.